What's up, VC? Stavros, Spinning Greek, back at you from the den with another VC update. Some goodies from record stores, online, VCLT, etc. Love the videos I've been catching up on. I've been binge watching since I was gone for a while, but great stuff out there. Where's Armin? I used to love his stuff. He was so excited for all his releases. I miss the dude. But, alright, let's get started. First, I got unexpected VCLT from Fishman, Raul. Very kind of you, Raul. Really appreciate it. He sent me a DVD of The History of Rock and Roll, which I have not watched yet. And a Blu-ray of The Doors, Mr. Mojo Rising, The History of LA Woman, which I did. And I'm not a huge Doors fan, but this was really a fun watch. Jim Morrison's a nutbag, but this was really good. Thank you. And the best part about the package was this CD. No vinyl, but this CD. Hecho and Cuba. This is a Latin jazz salsa essentials, according to Raul, and I don't even have a CD player except in my car, and I don't really listen to music in my car, but I've been playing this, and it's great. If the sun is out, great stuff, especially anything by Ibrahim Ferrer in here is unbelievable. So, Raul, thank you very much. If you don't know him, he is Fishman. Check out his channel. Alright, as far as vinyl goes, first two things are I entered Randy, Dead Wax. God, I always mess up these names, man. What is it? Randy, Dead Wax 66? 60 Wax 66. Check him out. Ridiculous Psych collection. Really nice dude. I love his videos, and I wasn't heavily into Psych, but he's introduced me to a lot of stuff. So I entered his contest. It was 10 records you would never part with. I ended up being the 6th recipient, which meant I got 2 records of what was left over after the first 5 picked. And so I'm the big winner. Thanks, Randy. He sent me Blues Magoos, Electric Comic Book. This is a reissue from an unknown year. Sounds really good. Everyone knows Blues Magoos. Thank you very much. And the next one, I did not know. I mean, I had heard of the band, the Electric Prunes. This is Mass in F minor. This was their 3rd album, and they apparently broke up while recording this. So David Axelrod, who produced this album, hired some Canadian session band to finish it up. I would have never picked this up on my own. This is, you know, psych rock, but also like symphonic psych rock. I would have never picked this up on my own. You know, I see crosses and religion and blah, 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 and I steer away. This is phenomenal. Randy, thank you so much. I've been spinning this quite a bit since I got it earlier this week. Phenomenal. Thank you. Check out Randy's channel for Psych albums. Phenomenal. Great collection. Next up, I made a trip up to Allentown, PA to Double Decker Records. I'd heard good things. Had a lot of good stuff. I took some video, but it got copyrighted because they were playing music in the background. Picked up a couple of things. Picked up a Japanese pressing of David Bowie's Tonight. This album got widely panned. I didn't own an American version, didn't really care to own an American version, but I saw this Japanese pressing at a really, really cheap price, and it was in near mint condition. So I picked it up. It sounds fantastic. The album does have some high points, and glad I got it. No way I was leaving that behind. Then a few videos ago, I told you I went to Long in the Tooth in Philly and picked up this album by Complex, which turned out to be their debut album. It was a Psych group from England from 1970. Well, I found their only other album, the second album, Complex's The Way We Were. This was a reissue. This was originally 1971. This was reissued by 10th Planet in 1998. Limited edition of 1000, hand numbered. The first Complex album was more Psych, and was very juicy. This is more pop than Psych, but still an enjoyable listen. And now I've got all the Complex albums, and I didn't know the band, but limited to 1,000, and I found a copy, you know, within 50 miles of each other in Philadelphia, so thought that was kind of cool. Complex, check them out, specifically the first album, especially if you're into Psych and Pop Psych. Randy, check out Complex. Tell me, do you know them in the comments? I'm interested to know your thoughts. Oh, and I also found, this guy will fall over, Sun River on El Paraiso. This is from 04 or 2014 or 04, I can't remember. But this is their 10th release on El Paraiso. If you watch Anthony Camplone's channel, and if you don't, you should, because his stuff's phenomenal. He loves this label, and he turned me on to this label. Now, he has shown a bunch of their stuff, and a lot of it is amazing Psych. This is the founder of the label, who is in Kazasui, Jonas Munk or Jakob Scott. I don't remember which one's which, but this is less Psych and more just straight ahead rock, I guess. A lot of acoustic guitar, double bass, electric guitar, some banjo. Really good stuff. I don't know if it's going to be out there enough, Anthony, for you to really dig it, but I know I think you're trying to complete El Paraiso, and I haven't seen you shown this, so when I saw it, I was blown away that I found it. Really good stuff. And Anthony, thank you for introducing me to El Paraiso, because I'm trying to get as much of it as I can. It's a Dutch, yeah, it's out of Denmark. Out of Danish, not Dutch. Christ. It's out of Denmark, and hard to find around here, but thank you. What we're listening to in the back, I've spoken about this guy before, Richard Hutton. Also goes by the name Bloomy Petal, and also has the band Cosmic Gift. This is their first release, Combo Tuxedo, with Brandon Berger. So Richard Hutton, singer-songwriter, amazing guitar player. They also have a cello on here, which is amazing, and a violin. So this was mastered and cut direct to vinyl by Richard himself on Macroscopic Vibrations. I don't think that's a label. I think that's his deal. Total DIY job. You know, it's not even a sleeve. It's these outer things, but phenomenal pressing. This was a limited edition of 40. I got number 23. And now I have every Richard Hutton type thing he's ever done. And I will continue to buy it because it's phenomenal. This particular album, way more electronic and ambient than his other more, you know, acoustic guitar driven stuff. But really good. I really highly recommend Richard Hutton. Houghten. Check him out on Bandcamp. Genius. I love him. I love him. Good new music is still good. If you can, you just need to track it down. A couple of years ago, I went down to the TLA in Philadelphia to see Carl Denson's Tiny Universe. funk band, funk rock out of New Orleans. I've talked about Denson before. I love him. And there was an opening band named Tauk, T-A-U-K, that we knew nothing about. We showed up late enough to where we thought we were going to catch Carl Denson, and instead Tauk came out. And at first we were bummed, and then when they started playing, because we had heard they were like all instrumental, spacey, weird, we didn't know what to expect. They started playing. These are a bunch of young guys out of Brooklyn. Holy shit. I mean, they bring it. The guitarist is great. Drummer's great. And I think this is their second vinyl release, but this just came out last week. Tauk, Sir Nebula. You know, Discogs has it as jazz fusion. This is spacey, instrumental rock. Their drummer's phenomenal. Young guy, pounds the shit out of the drums. And here's the impressive part. Nice gatefold. Nice heavyweight vinyl. That's pretty. And the cover describes what you're going to find. But the pressings are great. This is heavyweight. This is really good. And it's not on the label. They did this themselves. So, love these guys. I'm going to find their other stuff, and whatever they release, I will continue to buy. Juicy, if you will. Now Again Reserve sent me their third release. Yes, this is the kind of shit that I signed up for. Their third release, Marvin Whoremonger Mark III. This was originally on Blacklight Records in 1976, I believe. Reissued on Now Again. Nice heavyweight vinyl. These are really heavy cardboard sleeves they use, which are great. The only problem is it's a huge pain in the balls to put the record back in, which is a problem. Also comes with 12 by 12 of them. So Marvin it also comes with a CD and their Now Again Reserve that talks about the band and the circumstances of the release. And so Marvin Nero is the lead singer on this. Moved to Las Vegas from Texas to Compton to Las Vegas. Terrible, backstory. At the age of 15, ran out on his mom and started jumping trains. And just went around the country, ended up back in Vegas, met this producer, Charlie Williams, who hooked him up with a trio of teenagers in a high school band in Vegas, told them they had a gig for him. They showed up, and it was a portable recording studio, and they put out this supposedly conceptual funk album. No one really knows what the concept is. Everyone, or at least the high schoolers' parents, were pissed off about the name and the cover. Funk, sometimes spiritual funk. First two tracks, I was didn't do much for me. But the rest of side one and all of side two, which is mostly instrumental, brings it. It cooks. This album, when it was first issued, tanked. William Nero never did another album. The three teenagers ended up being in Mark III in the Philadelphia Soul, and they did some stuff with Rev Run, pre-Run DMC. But this is phenomenal. Now again, dug deep for this one, and I love it. Really good stuff. If you're into funk, check this out. And then finally, live show update. I went to see Cut Connie. This is their second album, Hi Honey. I showed their other album, Don't Call Me Sylvia, before, and I called it piano stomping rock, and it is. This guy is the lead singer and piano player, and honestly, he looks like Perry Farrell and plays like Jerry Lee Lewis, and he's electric. I can't recommend these guys enough. Cut Connie, Hi Honey, or Don't Call Me Sylvia, or Why You Call Me Sylvia. Phenomenal. So one of the openers was a local band called Shy Boys. Knew nothing about them. They came out looking like a normal band, hipster-ish band. Good tunes. Next thing I know, they changed clothes and the guitarist is wearing a dress. Then they changed clothes again and the lead singer was wearing some silver bodysuit. Then they stripped again and they were wearing dresses. Both of them were wearing dresses. And there was some weird, there was I don't know. There was some shit on stage, like sex dolls or something. And then next thing I know, they strip completely, and this happens. I have no idea what that is. And then it got worse. And I'm not putting the video on here because all of a sudden a 7-foot tall guy wearing nothing but a pink tutu and some fairy wings jumps on stage while they're playing their music and starts disemboweling the sex dolls and then whips out a machete and decapitates a baby doll, and then he starts pulling entrails out of it while screaming. At one point, they were fake brushing their teeth and blood was spurting out. And all the music, like if you closed your eyes and didn't listen to the lyrics, the music was great. But the lyrics were bordering on child pornography. That's harsh. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And looking around, some people really were getting into it. Some people were just shocked. I thought, great, you're an artist. Like, that's great. Do your thing. I just didn't get it. And then Cut Connie came on, and everything was right in the world. It was one of those experiences when you go to a show and there's like an electricity in the air. There's a feeling. It was phenomenal. So that's the update, and I'll leave you with a little bit of live Cut Connie at the Trocadero in Philadelphia. Catch you next time. Peace from the den.